Facebook, get the jumping like crisscross. Feel like I'm Buddy, I'm tryna be the cake boss. Cause I got wild like he fucking with Kate Moss. They wanna sleep on the kid and that's they fault. AE nigga is no taking days off. My competition, I'm gon' knock him way off. Promise I'm going hard, we do not play soft. I can't fuck with you, I'm tryna get plays off.
Alright YouTube, it's your boy Skilly, back at it again, another video. This one, different video. 4 levels of steak. Amateur food scientist, I don't know, I'm dyslexic. I think that's Epicurious. These types of videos, I like seeing these because the concept is 4 levels of a steak. You got amateur, you got intermediate, and then you got experienced chef. This is steak. I love a good steak. Oh my god, steak is good. But also there's a lot, but at the same time it's not that much that you can do with steak. It's just like different kinds of steak. I wonder how they're gonna do this. I'm not gonna deep dive into this. I'm not gonna be doing too much pausing, but I just like to see some cooking. I like a good home cooked meal, and this is probably gonna make me pull my chicken wings out the freezer and get to whipping. So let's get into this video. Oh, 3 levels. It says 4. I don't know why the
I'm Emily, and I'm a level 1 chef.
I'm Julie, and I'm a level 2 chef.
I'm Adriana, and I've been a chef for 10 years.
Okay, 10 years. Okay.
The last time I cooked steak was probably just a couple weeks ago.
I make steak once a month. I would make it once a day if I could, but health.
I came out with this recipe
Yeah.
because I lived in.
You shouldn't eat steak every day, but it's a good protein.
My love for cooking meat and a little bit of the experience that I had in France.
So for my steak today, I have selected a flank steak. It's available in most grocery stores, and it's pretty cooked to quick.
This is a beautiful sirloin steak. We call it a New York strip steak. A lot of people like to cook with the bone. I do not.
The bone releases so much flavor, and you can tell the difference by far. Today I'm going to be preparing for you a bone.
I like mine with the bone, no homo. I like my steak with the bone, well, the sirloin / New York strip. Some of them, you know, I like it with the bone because, you know, it is what it is. Like a good old T-bone steak or, you know, ribeye. Some steak is good with the bone.
Dried ribeye steak.
You want to find a piece of beef that is beautifully marbled. You've got
Yes.
a lot of veins of fat running through the beef.
And that's where the flavor is.
This is probably about an inch thick.
1.5 inch steak.
You can really get in there with a sear.
Cook the perfect medium rare or
I like my steak cooked medium. If you like well done steak, dude, you chew on tires, and you could probably use your teeth to take lug nuts off cars. Yeah.
rare steak.
It's a little different from your average steak because it's a little bit thinner usually. It's not quite as thick a steak cut. It can be a little tough, but you just sort of do cooking things to work your way around that.
First things first, we're gonna season our meat.
I like Montreal steak spice, which you can just buy in the grocery store. So what I'm doing is I'm going to mix coriander and black peppercorns and some other stuff, but first I have to smush up the coriander and peppercorns. So I'm just going to use a pan.
This
Okay.
is called brine seasoning. I'm gonna mix a little bit of the salt and the brine together to create my rub. We're gonna take a paper towel and blot it. I just don't want any like blood or water or juices.
So I'm gonna make for you one of my favorite marinades. This is Worcestershire sauce, tamari, mushroom powder, yuzu, anchovy paste, roasted garlic. Last but not least, a shallot.
So I'm just going to take these and put them in a little bowl, and then I'm just going to add some salt, dried garlic, and red pepper flakes.
What I'm gonna do next is paint my beef with a little olive oil, just for flavor. And
I use olive oil too.
it also will help the rub adhere. You see, I'm being very gentle because I respect the beef.
So now I'm just going to put some of this rub on each side of my steak, and you just want to press it in a bit.
So that it all doesn't come.
It's good to see that she's actually seasoning her food,
Go heavy on the salt.
because we know. If you know, you know.
And our beautiful marinade. So this is the final result.
All right, so we've got the rub on the steak now, and we're just gonna give it.
If you marinate something, it's a difference between letting it marinate for like 30 minutes and then letting it marinate for a day. That shit, when you marinate it for a day, oh my lord. It tastes so different, bro. It tastes so different, bro. I've done it.
A few minutes to rest.
And let the seasoning
Matter of I'm cooking tonight.
meld in
Well, tomorrow.
for minimum 5 minutes.
24 hours in the fridge.
And in the meantime,
What'd I just say? She knows what the fuck she's doing. You let it sit 24 hours in the, you know what I'm saying?
we make our steak sauce.
Purists say a beautiful piece of meat should never be ruined by sauce. But sometimes I like to get fancy schmancy. I'm going to cream together juice and butter. Look how nice and easy that is. So, we're gonna make a log. Have a piece of cling wrap here. And then you see, you roll that up. That, my friends, is a blue cheese butter log.
Blue cheese butter log. What the fuck?
So, ingredient number 1, ketchup.
I'm looking at the black person like she weird. What the fuck she got going on?
And some other stuff too. So, vinegar, pepper, salt, a little bit of hot sauce. This is sugar. We're gonna do Worcestershire sauce, some mild flavored molasses. And then I'm just gonna combine these. I'm just mixing them together. All right, and this is our steak sauce.
Okay, so now we're
Okay.
gonna make our delicious Renee sauce. So what we need is equal parts of vinegar and wine, 2 shallots that we're gonna cut very roughly. These are some peppercorns, the peel of any citrus that you like. I love Meyer lemons. Meyer lemons are more aromatic. So now we're gonna bring this sauce to a boil, and then we're gonna reduce it down halfway. We have wine, and we want to evaporate the alcohol, and we want to concentrate all the flavors.
Okay.
Perfect. This will take about 5 to 6 minutes to cool down, and then it will be ready to use it for our Béarnaise sauce. I'm gonna cut my Meyer lemon and some herbs that I have here. So I'm gonna do basil, mint, and thyme. We're gonna start separating 4 eggs, just the yolk. That's gonna be the base of our sauce. It's gonna emulsify with the butter and the pickling liquid that we did before. I previously melt down the butter and cool it down, because if you don't cool it down and it's hot while you incorporate it to your eggs, your sauce is gonna separate. And you're gonna start seeing how the sauce starts getting, thick and rich, and that's it. See, it's creamy, but it's not super thick, and that's what we're looking for. The last ingredients that I like to add are the herbs, because we want the herbs to still be very fresh, and the mushroom powder. And that's it. Just mix it. I love it. Exactly what I was looking for.
All right, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is cooking the steak. So I'm using a non-stick pan. Not everyone has a cast iron skillet, okay?
You see before you the holy grail, a cast iron pan. I've been heating this up in the oven with just a slick of neutral high smoke point oil.
We're gonna cook it in our sous vide machine. What sous vide machine does is that keeps the temperature the same for a long period of time. It's 130 Fahrenheit, so we're gonna leave the steak here for an hour and a half, and then we'll come back.
She's boiling a steak. I don't agree with that. But she's a 10-year chef, so
Back to it when it's ready.
So you just want to wait for the pan to actually be hot. I have a tendency to put it on and then be like, okay, it's hot yet? It's hot yet? So I'm gonna try and be patient.
An hour and a half later, our steak gets ready to go. We're gonna take it out of the water. It's very important to dry it very well, because if not, you're not gonna get that perfect
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, we're going. Yeah, you got a little bit of a sizzle there.
I'm gonna sear this on each side
For about 4 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes till it gets very, very, very crusty.
And now we wait.
Here's the hardest thing about the searing method: patience. I know you're not here, but it smells so
I can tell, bruh. That motherfucker looking, you feel me?
Like brown butter, garlic, that marinade that we previously made, the fat from the meat. So good, so good.
All right, I think we're about ready to go. Flip. Woo, hello. There we go. And we're flipping.
Gotta hold your handle. This pan is so hot. All right, look at, guys, can I just tell you what perfection is?
This is so perfect. Look at this.
Add some butter.
Oh,
No, it's a lot of butter, but that's where the flavor is.
It's a great way to get like a nice, juicy, tasty, buttery steak.
And then thyme, a little bit more flavor, and garlic. And now we're gonna coat this with the butter.
This is the beauty of a cast iron pan. It conducts heat so beautifully and it holds heat.
So I think that this is probably around as much as I want to cook it. I like my beef pretty rare to medium rare, and I think it's been on for about 8 minutes, which is with this thickness of steak as much as you really want to do.
The sous vide machine cooked the steak to a perfect medium rare. So what we're doing here right now is just searing the meat because you don't want to overcook it.
This old girl is ready to roll. We're good. We have a nice sear, a nice crust. We're gonna turn this off. Now we go into a super hot oven for, let's say, 8 minutes. See you in a bit.
So this meat is ready to go, and we're gonna put it in our cooling rack, and then we're gonna let it rest for about 2 to 3 minutes.
All right, there we go. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Off. Go away. Now I turned it on again. I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta rest it because if you slice it right away after cooking, all the juices are gonna come out, and you want the juices to not come out.
So while this is resting, I'm gonna take my blue cheese butter, which I've had in the refrigerator.
I don't agree with this.
Slice. Look at that. Is that nice or what? We've got that sliced up, and now it's time to slice it and plate it.
So the grain was this way, and so we're just gonna slice it this way.
I like to cut against the grain because it's a little more flavorful and tender.
If you cut it the other way, the steak is gonna be tough, and you don't want that.
That's beautiful.
Come on.
Beautiful.
So some of the juice is coming out because it may have wanted a little longer to rest, but that's okay. I'm level 1, all right. Okay. Oh yeah, it's bleeding pretty heavily.
We're gonna plate it right here.
Okay. Here we go.
And then you take your beautiful butter and you kind of put it between your steak slices.
I'm just gonna add a little steak sauce on the side. I'm just gonna put it in a little bowl, like a dipping sauce kind of thing almost.
Yeah, don't.
Parsley.
On top of our steak, just a little bit. And now it's...
That's not a little bit. That's a fucking lot.
Friends, this is my steak.
This is my steak.
I'm hungry.
All right, so it's time to eat.
This is good steak.
So yeah, I'd say that turned out great. I mean, it was really good. I mean, it's like steak levels of chewy, but not like, wow, chewy.
Delicious. I'm gonna take another bite just to make sure it's good, you know?
Very good.
All 3 of our chefs chose different cuts of beef, seasoning, and sauces to make their steaks.
All right, honestly, bro, I don't really care about what the fuck she's talking about, so I'm just gonna end it. Yeah, pretty good, man. I was questioning that master chef talking about some boiling motherfucking steak. I'm like, bro, no. But yeah, man, good video, man. You know what I'm saying? Makes me want some steak. I want a nice good T-bone. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the store and get some more food. But yeah, man, that's it. Dislike the video if you don't like it. Like the video if you don't like it. Tell your aunt, cousin, airdrop the video where you're in the populated area. I don't know, do something. Get more subs. It's your boy Skilly, and I'm out. Peace.
Hit up the yo in my gang, yes, with them same niggas. Bitch, cause I tote this gun, nah, I'm not a gang member. Man, I'm off this drug, I don't feel like the same nigga. Me and